2XL under the partnership of T2 Aviation. Now the blades have escorted the 727 in. They're going to fly away. They'll be back a little bit later on to fly our full display for you. The 727 is going to remain with us for a little while longer. It's going to perform a display for you here this afternoon. Now, as I said, the 727 is operated by 2XL under the partnership of T2. T2 holds the contract to supply Oil Spill Response Limited with a dispersant spray aircraft for any worldwide oil contingencies. So the aircraft that you can see here, this is GOSRB. It's one of the last 727s produced by Boeing, and it was specifically manufactured for FedEx for its domestic cargo operations. Now, Oil Spill Response is a company that is set up, and the major shareholders of the company are oil companies such as BP. And the role of the 727 within that company is to provide a capability to spray dispersant over the oil slick over the water. So the 727 that you can see is going to be modified. It was chosen for its range, dash speed and stability. Plus it has 3 engines, so it provides quite a lot of redundancy just in case one of those aircraft engines goes down during flight. Now, the concept of delivery is that this aircraft will fly at very low level over the sea where there's been an oil slick, spray the oil slick with approximately 17 tons of fluid in a suitable pattern to actually break the oil down and disperse it so as not to cause as little environmental hazard as possible. The sister aircraft to the one displaying here is GOSRA, and that was actually the very last production B727 built in 1984. That one is currently undergoing modifications to accept a newly developed and advanced spray system. And we're hoping that that will be ready in late autumn this year. And that system is actually being designed and manufactured, fitted and tested by various 2XL aviation departments. So in the 727 today, the aircraft is being captained by Dan Griffin. Dan is an ex-Royal Air Force pilot. He's amassed about 7,600 flying hours across a variety of more than 510 different types and marks of aircraft. That includes fighters, airliners, helicopters, gliders, airships and float planes. Senior First Officer on board today is Richie Matthews. Richie's had an RAF career that spans more than 27 years. He flew Jaguars at RAF Coltishall and then moved to Lossiemouth as a qualified weapons instructor. Richie actually spent 3 years as a pilot with the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. That was between 1994 and 1997, where he flew as Red 2, 4 and then 8. Rich's last posting in the RAF was as the officer commanding 451 Squadron during the final years of the Nimrod R1.
Oh,
Mike joined RAF Holton as an apprentice and served for 8 years. He's since flown many aircraft types and has also worked for British Airways, Virgin Atlantic and British Caledonian before coming to join 2XL Aviation. Now the 727 is going to bend its way back down towards us, so if you're down there at the front of the crowd line, make sure you've got your camera ready. This is a nice slow turn now, the aircraft's going to come past us, and this is in landing configuration, just above landing speed, so make sure you get a good photo of this one, nice close-up of GOSRB. going to be operating the 727 you've seen here within its charter cargo business. So the aircraft is capable of delivering up to 24 metric tons anywhere in the world. Now that's the last we're going to see of the 727. Next up we've got the blades going to be displaying for us. I know many of you here at Cosford will have seen the blades display before. It's actually our 10th display season this year, so we're celebrating an anniversary year, so we're very excited to be starting that season here at Cosford for you this afternoon. If you haven't seen the blades display before, then you're in for a real treat. I'm going to talk you through it. I'll be telling you where to look and what's happening in the cockpit as the pilots perform all of their manoeuvres. Now, all of the blades are former Red Arrow pilots. They all do before we introduce to you the blades.
I could see, it was just keep running up. Wait, this is wrong. This!
So if you look to the right, you can see the 727 flying in from the right hand side, just over the tree line there.
Planes off,
Coming at 270 knots there as it completes its final pass of the afternoon. Now to celebrate the start of the 10th display season for the blades, we're going to be running a photo competition at Cosford here. So if you're taking pictures throughout the displays, then make sure you get some good shots of the blades. We have a new livery this year, and I'll be explaining to you a little bit more later on why we have that livery. But make sure you've got your cameras ready so that you can get some shots of the blades in action, and if you get some good ones and you want to